Okay, so first thing is black yarn, and we're going to make the legs today. So you're going to start off with a magic ring. We're doing 6 stitches, so we're here, and we're going to get our hand adjusted, and then you're going to make a 1 chain, which counts as your first single crochet. Then you're going to go back in, and you're going to do your second single crochet, third single crochet, fourth single crochet, fifth single crochet, and sixth single crochet. So then you're going to take your loose yarn and you're going to pull it tight. Now you're going to take your working yarn and you're going to go back into this first stitch right here, and you're going to make a slip stitch. So that's just yarn over, pull through everything. Just make sure that loose yarn is tight for your magic ring. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch for the second round. So we're starting off with a chain, and we're going to go right back into the same stitch from the previous round to make that second single crochet. And then we're going to go into the next stitch. We're going to do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. Next stitch, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then the next stitch, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. Next stitch is going to be 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then the last one right here is going to be 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. So if you go back and count, you should have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to slip stitch that together. And then round 3 is 2 double crochets. So this is a new stitch, but it's really easy. It's not any more complicated. So you're going to get your first one, you're going to do chain 2. Because that's how you get the height for a double crochet. So you're gonna, like at the beginning of a round, is how you get the height for it. So the first thing is your second double crochet here, and you're gonna go into the same stitch just like you did with the single crochet, but you're gonna yarn over before you go through. So yarn over, go into that same stitch, yarn over like you would with the single crochet and pull to the front. But you should have 3 loops on your hook here. You're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 only, and then you should have 2 left on your hook. You're going to yarn over and go through both of those. So you do 2 double crochet into the first 3 stitches. So that was the first one. We're going to go into the second one. So again, in slow motion, that's yarn over, go into the next stitch here, yarn over and pull to the front. You should have 1, 2, 3 loops. Yarn over and go through just the first 2 loops. You should have 2 loops left on your hook. Yarn over and go through the next 2 loops. So yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over and pull to the front. Yarn over and go through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and go through the last 2 loops. And then this is our third stitch that we're working on. You're going to do 2 into this one as well. So yarn over, go through, yarn over to pull to the front, yarn over, go through the first 2 loops, yarn over, go through the second 2 loops. Go in here again, yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull to the front, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So we've done 3 stitches with 2 double crochet in each. And now we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the next 2 stitches. So this next stitch, we're going to yarn over. You're going to go into the stitch, yarn over and pull to the front. You should have 3 loops. Well, instead of going through just 2, you're going to go through all of them. That's a half double crochet. So again, you're going to yarn over, go through the same stitch, pull to the front, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So again, we're going to do 2 more into the next stitch. So yarn over, go to the next stitch, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And again, the same thing in the same stitch. Yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull to the front, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So now we're going to do 2 single crochet into the next 5 stitches. So you guys are familiar with this one. You just go through without yarning over, pull to the front, yarn over and pull through. But you're doing 2 into each. So there's my number 2 stitch. I'm doing number 1, number 2, going into the next stitch, 1, 2. This is my 4th one, 1, 2, and this is my 5th one, 1, 2. Now you should have 2 stitches left right here and right here. And we're doing 2 half double crochets into these last ones. So yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull to the front, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull to the front, yarn over and go through all 3 loops. And then the same thing for the last stitch here. Now, this is what it should look like. It should be just off from a perfect circle. So it should be a little thicker on the top and a little thinner on the bottom. And we are going to join by going into the first stitch. The first stitch where you did your chains, you can see, I'm going to do a close up here. You can see this here. That's your first 2 chains. So the loop that you need to go in is the one that's attached to this next bar. So you're just going to go through right there, yarn over and pull through everything on your hook. And that should make a perfect join there for you. So now we're going to work in the back loops only. So we're going to chain 1. And you're going to single crochet in each stitch around, but working in the back loops is going to make your work turn and go this direction. So this is like the bottom of your pad of your animal foot, and then your work's going to come up this way. So you've got your chain 1, and then you're going to go into the next stitch, just the back loop. So the back loop, if you look at this carefully, the front loop is this part of the V, and the back is this part of the V. So you're going to go through the back part of that V only and do a single crochet just like normal. Go into the back part of the V, another single crochet. Back part. So you're only going through half of the V rather than having both of them on your hook. But we're going to follow this all the way around. Sorry, just checking my work here. So I think I might have gone through both loops right here. So just make sure you're going through those back loops only. And then when you get back to the beginning, right here, you should be able to see that there's kind of this dash underneath. And then you've got these V's pointing upward. Well, when you start working, it'll turn upward this way. So we're going to go into this first chain here. And we're going to connect that with a slip stitch. So you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round. So now we're just going to single crochet around for the next 2 rounds. Just single crochet. And I will meet you back at the end for that. So make sure you do your chain, and then you're going to go through both loops of your V, okay? And you're just going to keep doing that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end of those 2 rounds. Okay, so I'm at the end of those 2 rounds, and you can see there's this little stitch right here that's pointed this direction. So we're going to go in this one right here to the left of that, and you're going to join by doing a slip stitch. So now you can see better how those little dashes are on the bottom. That's the bottom of the paw, and it's working upward into the leg. So now we need to single crochet 2 together 6 times. So you're going to chain 1, and we're going to go skip 1, and you're going to go into the next one here and do 2 together. So this is our second one right here. And then we're going to do 3, 4, 5, and again, just to go over this again, it's yarn, or go in, yarn over, pull to the front, go to the next stitch, yarn over, pull to the front, and then you'll pull through everything on your hook. So now we're doing single crochet in the rest of the 12 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. It's right here. So now this is where the little loop goes upward, and you're going to go right into this one and pull it tight. All right, and then you're just going to single crochet around 1 time, and I'll meet you back at the end of that. So do your chain 1 and then start single crocheting, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so I'm back at the end of that. So I'm going to, here's that chain that you're skipping, and you go into the first stitch and join it by a slip stitch. And then this is our last round here, and we're going to change to the pumpkin yarn, which mine is actually this beige color still. But we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet once, and then we're going to single crochet 2 together, single crochet 2 together, single crochet 2 together, single crochet 2 together, and then this is our 5th single crochet 2 together. And then you should have 6 more stitches to do regular single crochet in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is right here. And then you'll join in this stitch right here with a slip stitch. And actually, sorry, before you do that, don't slip stitch yet. We're gonna change our yarn out here. So you're gonna take the end of your pumpkin yarn. You're just gonna lay it over your hook like this. Make sure that you try to hold that tight with the rest of your work here. But you're going to slip stitch here. So go through your work first and then put it over your hook. And then you're going to pull that through instead of the black yarn. And you're going to pull your black yarn tight. You're going to pull this beige yarn tight. And you don't want to make it super tight, but keep it even with the tension that you've had going. And you want to make sure that your black yarn is on the back side of your work here. And you're going to chain 1 now that you've slip stitched to hold that tight. Now you've changed over to this pumpkin yarn, so you can take your scissors and just cut a long chain for the black. Okay, so just make sure you can tuck that down in here if you want until we weave it in, or you can go ahead and weave it in now if you want. It is up to you. I'll save mine for the end. You just put that down in there. And then I've got my chain 1 here started for round 14, or sorry, for round 10. And then we're going to single crochet all the way around. And to weave in this end, actually when I do both of them, this is how I weave my ends in. You guys can do it this way, or I can show you a different way at the end. But I take my working yarn, and then I hold both of these, and I go into the round, and I do my single crochet over top of them. And then I do the next one, do my crochet over top of them. So I've got 2, 3, 4, and I just make sure that they stay pulled taut so that there's no yarn sticking out in between. I just keep doing my single crochets over top of them all the way around here. But I think this is the easiest way to weave in, because then you don't have to worry about it. So we are done with that round. And you just join. You should have 13 stitches here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So when you get to the end there, you're just going to slip stitch. Sorry, I had it paused. I'm going to go back for a second. I didn't realize I had it paused there. So for the end of this round, you want to make sure that your I went one too many, so I gotta get my last one here. Okay, so at the end of this round, you're going to clip off your yarn here at the very end to get rid of those pieces. I did that while I was paused, apparently, sorry. And then you're going to skip this right here because that's the part that goes this direction. You're going to go in that first stitch, yarn over and pull through everything to make that join. And then you're going to chain one, and we're just doing single crochet around for the next 3 rounds. So there's 1 round here that I'm working on, and when you get to the end you're going to join, chain 1, and you're going to do that for the next 3 rounds. And I will see you back at the end of those. Okay, so I'm going to go through right here, that first stitch, yarn over and pull through everything, and that is my slip stitch. And that is the whole entire leg. So you can make 2 of those just like that. And it'll be pumpkin yarn instead of this white yarn, but this is what I have to use. Anyway, you're going to leave a long tail, so make sure that it's about 1 foot long, okay? And then to make it tight, you're just going to yarn over and pull through that one more time. Pull all of your yarn through and pull it tight. So then we'll get some stuffing, stuff it down in here, and we'll have another leg to make like this, and then the next video will be arms. Anyway, you guys are getting so close to being done.